Hi, thank you so much for attending this meeting today. You all are super busy, and I realize that. I just wanted to thank you for all of your productivity, and maybe this meeting could be beneficial for being more efficient in the selling career for VHB Tape. This meeting is going to be about prospects and how to prospect efficiently, and so I just wanted to get started by defining what prospecting is. Prospecting is locating potential business customers in order to inform them about our products. So we're building relationships with these companies and so that we could sell to them more efficiently, so that we know what their true needs are. We don't want to sell a product that is going to be useless for them. We want them to be happy with the product that they're buying. So I think it's important. This is one of the most important processes of the selling process, because without this, there would be no way to expand our network to the people that we are selling to and to sell to new companies and branch out into different sectors of our market. And so this is a very important process in the selling to these companies. A couple of different ways to prospect. There's a handful. I just wanted to cover a few today. By no means is this a full list, but this is just a good way to get started. First one is cold calling. So this is a good way to know if you don't know them at all. You don't know anything about them. You just think that they would be of benefit of hearing about our product. This would be a good way to contact them, just by calling them, and maybe a secretary will answer, and just telling them a little bit about what we do and what our product is about. And if we could set up a meeting with somebody who could buy the product or could inform the person who is buying the product, and just tell them like I said, what our product is about, and set up a meeting, or maybe even in just inviting them to a seminar that we're hosting, where we're getting a lot of companies together and talking about the benefits of using VHB tape. The second one is a little bit more creative. You can get a little bit more creative with it and using sales letters. Now, these are letters that we can send to companies with a little sample inside, maybe a letter describing what this product that we're selling to them is. And we could include a little sample of the actual tape, and maybe two materials that we could include instructions so that they can bind them together and they can see how well that this product works. So you can get as creative as you want with that, but that's just a good way. Not a lot of companies do that, but I've heard of crazy ways that different companies have used sales letters or even sales packages. Another way that we could use prospecting is using it in the light of hiring spotters. Now, these people will charge a fee because they're providing a service, so they're pretty much finding potential customers for us. This is not a preferable way to prospect, but it can be beneficial in some instances where we don't just have time to get to know different customers. Probably one of the biggest and most efficient ways to prospect is just to network, and to going to networking events to spot out different companies and their needs for this product. And this could be something extremely formal, like this is a networking event, so it'll be more dressed up, or this could be something as casual as joining a social club or volunteering and getting to know people in the community that could potentially work for businesses that could benefit from buying our product. And you could even do this by talking to family and friends and seeing if they know of anybody in the industry that could use one of our products. And the key to this is asking the right questions once you get there to determine whether this is going to be a beneficial relationship. Number one, like I said towards the beginning of the video, is there a want or is there a need for this product? We do not want to sell products to these customers that aren't going to benefit them. So we want to make very well use of our time. And so you don't want to just straight up ask, do you all want this or do you all need this? That would be kind of awkward. But you could ask questions like, how are things going with your manufacturing system? Have you all ever thought about switching to a more efficient system? Or how is it with your product line? Have you ever thought about using our VHB tape? Have you ever heard of it? Questions like that to kind of get to know what they really want and what they really need in this particular instance. The second question you want to find the answer to, and like I said, don't ask this directly, but do they have the ability to pay? Are they going bankrupt? Yeah, because if they are, then we can't waste our time selling to them. And ways that you can ask this is if how is their growth doing? Are they growing at a steady rate, or are they expected to grow even more once they buy a company, or even if they're being bought out, that could still be a potential good sell to them. The last one, and probably one of the most important ones that you want to find, is who has the authority to buy. How does their buying system work? Again, you don't want to ask, are you the one buying it? Because that makes them feel like they're kind of not useful if they say, no, I'm not the one that's buying it. But a way that you can ask this, like I said, is what does your buying situation in your company look like? I've never worked for you before. So how do purchasing decisions, how are purchasing decisions made? And so this step is really important because you want to focus your time and energy, and you want to hone in on the people that can actually help you and that can provide resources that will be beneficial to selling to them. So I hope this was extremely helpful to you all. I just keep on doing what you're doing, and yeah.